Hi YouTube, I just wanted to tell everyone and warn everyone about the Alcatel One Touch series of Android phones. I've got the Alcatel One Touch Idol S and I have had nothing but problems with it. Uh, I've made a list, so we'll start at the top. Touchscreen failure. You turn the phone on, go to press the screen, and it doesn't do jack. It just nothing at all. To make it work, you have to reboot the phone. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Otherwise, then you have to reboot the phone again and again and again until it works. I've had repeated crashing and rebooting where it will just reboot and go back to the Alcatel logo for no reason and then start back up again. I've had random glitches on the lock screen with the graphics where it just doesn't look right. It's obviously not been bug tested. The Wi-Fi drops in and out, in and out. It's still got the Wi-Fi icon there. It still looks like it's connected to the network, but it doesn't work. You have to go turn it off and then turn it back on again, and it'll work fine. The weirdest bug I've ever seen on an Android phone where the battery will go from 100% down to 1% in about 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. Oh, my cat. That is the phone I'm using now. So it does record nice video. But as I was saying, the battery goes down to 1% in about half an hour, 45 minutes, something like that. And then for the rest of the day, it'll stay on 1% for the rest of the day. What other ones? The screen goes off and just doesn't come back until you reboot it. You press the power button, it doesn't do anything at all. You can still hear audio notifications in the background, so it hasn't actually crashed. It's just the screen won't come back on. The speaker quality, the audio is really low. When you're outside, you cannot hear it at all. Alcatel have messed around with the settings menu a lot for no apparent reason. I It's like they've spent all their time with the software on this Alcatel just playing with the settings menu and that's it. The most annoying one for a phone is people can't hear me when they phone up. They say, "I can't hear you, can't hear you, can't hear you," and that must be something to do with the placement of the microphone. Turning off the notification LED in the top left-hand corner of the phone, it's got a little flashing white notification LED. If you turn that off in the settings menu, it doesn't do anything at all. If you play an MP3 audio file and leave it playing, turn the screen off with headphones on, say, the audio will just randomly stop playing after about 15 minutes. But the worst problem I've had, because of all these problems, I've tried reinstalling the software. I tried factory reset. That didn't make one iota of difference at all. I still get all the same problems. So I would like to reinstall the firmware. With Samsung phones, there's an option called, in the Key software, there's an option called Emergency Firmware Recovery. So you can reinstall the latest version of firmware in case you get any problems. If you got a virus that attacked the system folder, or some system files got corrupted, then you can reinstall the firmware and all will be happy again. Not so much with Alcatel. They've got software called Alcatel One Touch Upgrade. I run that, I connected the phone up, it rebooted the phone, and then it said, "You are currently running the latest version of the software." Yes, I know, but I would like to reinstall it. No option whatsoever to reinstall it. I asked Alcatel on Facebook, they ignored me. I phoned up Alcatel on 0207 number, London number, and the bloke was all very nice. He took my email address, he asked me what phone it was, he asked me what problems I'm getting, and I asked him if I'd be able to reinstall the factory firmware. No. Can Alcatel supply the factory firmware? No. Is there any way for me to do it? No. So, unless I want to return the phone to Alcatel, and for them to probably say, I don't have any warranty left, so I've got to pay for something that I could effectively do myself for nothing. With a little bit of software, if they took the time to actually code some software, then I could have done it myself. Pretty much anyone could do it. It's not hard. You turn the phone off, connect it to a USB cable, plug it in, and it would have flashed the firmware. The Alcatel One Touch upgrade software is more than capable of reinstalling the firmware, but it won't. It just says you've got the latest version of Android. I know, but I want to reinstall it. So now, effectively, I'm left with a paperweight. I will not ever buy any Alcatel phone because of this poor software that they're running. And I highly advise anyone else not to do the same. Boycott Alcatel, maybe they will realise that they need to actually put some effort into coding some software. Rant over. Thank you, YouTube.